Hello friends, in this video we will try to discuss the collect action in Pyspark. So basically we will try to discuss what is collect and what is the importance of collect and when to avoid the collect and what makes to avoid the collect. Okay, so now first of all we'll try to discuss what is collect. Collect is an action operation that is used to retrieve all the elements of the data set. It means to say from all the nodes to the driver node. We should use the collect on smaller data sets, after which we use filter, group and all those stuff. Retrieving larger data set which causes out of memory errors to the driver. When we avoid the collect means, usually collect used to retrieve an action output. When we have smaller data set result set, when we apply the collect over RDDR data frame, that's fine. When it turns to the bigger result set, it causes the out of memory exceptions. Means that will retrieve the entire data set, means from all the worker nodes to the driver, it will tries to bring it. So that causes. So and sometimes interviewer may expect the what he may ask you what is the difference between select and collect. Generally, select is a transformation which returns a new data frame and it will holds the all the columns which are selected, and whereas collect is an action and it returns the entire data set in an array form to the driver. So as mentioned, select is a transformation which returns a new data frame and holds the all the columns which are selected. Collect is an action and it returns the entire data set in the form of array to the driver. Okay, so that's a difference, and we'll try to see topic is collect action. Okay, so as discussed, collect is an action operation that is used to retrieve all the elements of the data set, which means from all nodes, okay, to the driver node. Okay, we should use the collect action on smaller data sets after, let's say, filter, comma, group transformation and etc. Okay, retrieving larger data sets result in out of memory error. Okay, so here is the important point to be noted. Now we will try to see in practical by creating some sample data. Now let's say import the necessary libraries first. From pyspark.sql import spark session. Now create session, spark equal to spark session dot builder dot application name, let's say collect demo dot master, let's say local dot get or create. Now let's take some sample data, employee data. We'll try to take employee name, comma, employee ID, let's say 100. Let's say employee name, location, employee ID 200. Let's say employee name, Veeresh, employee ID 300. Employee 4 name is Somesh. Let's say employee ID is 400. Now let's take employee columns. So as discussed, employee name, comma, employee ID. Okay. Now create data frame. Let's say employee df equal to spark dot create data frame. Let's say data equal to employee, schema equal to employee columns. Now employee df dot show. Now we'll try to see the data which we have created. So we have created data frame out of data. Okay. Now let's use the collect to retrieve the data. Okay. So let's say data collection equal to employee df dot collect. Now let's print data collection. Now let's see the difference. See, the data form which is returned as data in the form of tabular form, and here it retrieves all the elements in the data frame as an array of row. Okay, it returns array of row type to the driver node. Okay, now so we have applied the collect action. Now let's see, I want to take out this data by looping it. For row in data collection, let's print row of, let's say, employee name, and then separator we have comma, and then string of row. Let's say we do have employee ID. Okay, employee name and employee ID which we had it. So we are trying to read it now in the Pythonic way. Now let's try to run. See, we got employee name comma employee ID. Okay, so how to access this data? Okay, let's say the collection, or let's say from employee df dot, let's say I want to collect the employee data, and let's say apply the 0. Now let's see what it's going to return. It's written row of first row it has returned. Okay, now if I want to, what if I want to get first row first value, it means Rakesh. So then apply one more 0. Now we can get the Rakesh value. Okay, so in this what we are trying to get to know the mainly, so collect is an action operation. This is not best fit for to retrieve the data for the larger data sets. It leads the out of memory error, and this is best fit for the smaller data sets in order to retrieve, because from all the workers nodes this will the all the data will be holds to the driver, so it will yields the out of memory exception. That's where basically we will try to avoid the collect operation for the larger data sets. That's the motto, and we have seen how to access, and when we apply the collect operation and how it is returning the data. Okay, in the form of array of row. Okay, and how to retrieve the data from the array of row. Okay, I hope this is understandable, guys. If you really like this video, please do subscribe, like it and share it, and please do the comment.